Welcome to the show. My name is Brock Page, and I do random sports picks for fun. The Cubbies are at the Arizona Diamondbacks this evening for an 8 o'clock Eastern start. The betting in this one opened up with the Cubs as the Moneyline favorites at $1.33 with the total at 9.5 runs. Since then, the Chicago Cubs remain the Moneyline favorite at $1.15 with the total moving slightly upward to an even 10 runs. Currently, the D-backs get the 1.5 at home, and at the moment, 56% of the betting public is on Chicago to get the job done. Tonight's probables are Lester for the Cubs, Corbin for the D-backs. Arizona's won just 10 of 23 games where Patrick Corbin made the start. Meanwhile, on the other side, a little bit different story for the Cubbies as they are 14-10 in their games where John Lester makes the start themselves. And speaking of this Chicago team, they're winning a solid 62% in the second game without a day off. They're also winning nearly 60% of their games at the current Moneyline odds. But if you think the favorites are a lock to get the job done tonight, keep in mind that the Chicago team dropped 2 of their last 3, with both of those losses coming at the hands of the hapless Giants. This Cubbies team has also won just 15 of 36 games versus teams over 500. They're going up against a D-backs team who's a solid 13 games over 500 and winning 64% of their games at home. In addition to that, this Diamondback squad has won an impressive 12 of 19 games as the official home underdog. So the case for the D-backs can certainly be made. That said, the Cubbies are damn good with Lester on the mound. Going to be a tough one to pick, but before I select a winner, let's go ahead and break down the scoring real quick. And when it comes to the recent totals, both teams have gone 2-2 for the overs in their last 4 respectively. Only one of those games actually got over the 10 runs for the Cubbies. Meanwhile, on the other side, 2 out of the D-backs' last 4 games successfully did get over 10 runs. I don't think that trend continues, however, in this one. With Lester on the bump, I'm not expecting a whole lot of offense in the first 5 innings. Therefore, when it comes to the total in tonight's matchup, I'm taking the under 10 runs. And when it comes to selecting a winner, Arizona's been great at home. I think tonight's game stays close, but I do think the D-backs get the job done for some solid moneyline equity. I'm taking the underdog Arizona Diamondbacks in a proverbial upset, 5-4 in a close one. Next game I have for you, it is going to be New York Mets at the Philadelphia Phillies for a 7 o'clock start at Citizens Bank Park. The betting in this one opened up with the Fightins as the $1.25 favorites and the total at 8.5 runs. Since then, the Phillies are still favored on the money line at $1.30, with the total moving downward to an even 8 runs. Currently, the Mets get the 1.5, and at the moment, 59% of the actions on the fighting Phillies to get the job done. Tonight's probables: Steven Matz for New York, Aaron Nola for the Phils. Phils have been decent with Nola on the bump. They're 9-9 in their games where Aaron Nola makes the start on the mound. Meanwhile, on the other side, completely different story for the Mets, as they've won just 3 of 11 games where Stevie Matz makes the start. In addition to that, this Mets team has also won a pitiful 19 of 51 games as the underdog. But if you think the Mets just can't get the job done this evening, keep in mind they did take games 1 and 2 of this very series, and they're 3-1 in their last 4. New York's also winning a solid 63% of their games at the current moneyline odds. They're going up against a Phillies team who's struggled as of late, going 3-7 in their last 10. This Philadelphia squad has also been getting dominated by the Mets this season, going 3-8 in their head-to-head matchups with New York. All told, there are certainly some trouble areas for both sides, but it looks like I may be leaning towards the Mets in this one. But before I go ahead and select a winner, let's go ahead and break down the total. Both teams are 2-2 for the overs in their last 4. Meanwhile, 3 out of the Mets' last 4 games have gone over the 8-run total. In addition to that, both games 1 and 2 of this very series also went over the 8-run total as well. All told, the case for the over can certainly be made, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Give me the over 8 runs in this one. And when it comes to selecting a winner, these Philadelphia Phillies are winning just 37% of their games overall. Can't put my hard-earned money on them tonight. If I want to lose money in Philly, I'll go to the Sugar House Casino. Give me the Mets on the money line and the run line. I'm predicting, once again, a final score of 5-4 New York. All right, folks, I'm going to slide into my next and final game for the show. It's the lightning round, so I got to move. I'm talking about Pittsburgh at Toronto for a 1 o'clock Eastern start. Pittsburgh's the slight money line favorites at $1.15. Totals at an even 10. Toronto gets the 1.5 and 55% of the actions on the Pirates. Williams for Pittsburgh, Rowley for Toronto. I think this one stays under the 10 in the Dome. I also think the relatively unknown Chris Rowley gets the job done today. I'm predicting a final score of 5-4 Toronto. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Productions, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.